Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be completing every single challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies in 007 First Light. Finishing all of these challenges is another important step toward 100% completion of the game, and once you've completed every challenge in this mission, you will unlock the exclusive Mauritania Outfit as your reward. Each challenge can be completed individually by going to the main menu, then story, then select chapter. So if you're missing any of these challenges, don't worry, I will show you the fastest and easiest ways that I have found to get them done. Now, if you find this guide helpful, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump straight into the challenges. For the sightseeing challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to reach the antenna without knocking out or eliminating any enemies. This takes place during chapter 3, and while it sounds difficult, it's actually very straightforward if you follow the route I'm about to show you. At the start of the chapter, head towards the back of the area of the map and eavesdrop on the conversation taking place there. Once the conversation ends, follow the target and hack his phone. Next, go back to the area where you were and locate the woman nearby. Using the dart gadget, distract her, and then you can safely steal her wallet without raising any suspicion. Once you've done this, make your way toward the tower, and when you arrive, head to the left side and climb up the ladder. From here, use the nearby radio to distract the guard and slip past him unnoticed. Then continue forward and climb around the structure by following the railings. Once you're on the other side, drop down, head up the stairs, and approach the group of three men playing pool. Now you can bluff your way past them without any issues. After that, continue through the outside section of the building until you reach the final checkpoint guarded by two enemies. To get past them, I recommend turning on the nearby radio and then throwing a smoke bomb to create enough distraction for you to slip through the door undetected. As soon as you enter the door, the challenge will unlock. For the Easy Does It challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to reach the crane without knocking out or eliminating any enemies. This challenge takes place during chapter 6, and with the right route, you can complete it very quickly. As soon as the chapter begins, head to the right side and make your way down the stairs. You will encounter two enemies blocking the path, so throw a smoke bomb to distract them and then drop down to the lower level using the railing on the right. From there, head up the stairs and use the dart gadget on the guard that is positioned across from you. Once he's distracted, make the jump across and continue to the left. Jump over to the other side and proceed through the double doors. Once you're past the doors, climb up on the left side and follow the rafters around the room. Continue along the path until you can climb down the pipe. Once you reach the bottom, jump onto the boat below. As you're moving through the section, make sure to collect any blue and green items you come across as they will help you replenish your gadgets if needed. Jump across to the next boat and move behind the two guards that are watching TV. Then climb over the nearby boxes, turn around, and head up the ladder. At the top, jump to the left and then move to the right. Use the nearby radio to distract one of the guards, and then wait for the second guard to turn away. Then quickly jump across and continue following the path forward. Near the end of the route, you'll come across a security camera, so carefully hack it and then continue. Go upstairs, and then for the final obstacle, use a dart gadget on the last guard that is next to the door and simply walk behind him to reach the objective. Once you arrive at the crane, the challenge will be completed. For the silent line challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to retrieve the burner phone from Scorpius's hideout without knocking out or eliminating any enemies. This challenge takes place during chapter 3, and while it requires a bit of careful movement, it's actually one of the easier stealth challenges once you know the route. To begin, head towards the Scorpius operatives and eavesdrop on their conversation. Once the conversation ends, use a dark gadget on the first gad to create an opening. Before moving on, make sure to replenish your green gadget ammo by collecting the chemical bottle from the nearby stand. You're going to need additional gadgets later in the challenge. Next, follow the second guard as he moves through the area. When the path opens up, head to the right and enter the nearby room. Continue all the way around the interior route and then make your way up the stairs in the back. Follow the upper path around the building until you reach a lone guard blocking the next section. Throw a smoke bomb to distract him and move past while the area is obscured. Continue forward and climb the ladder, and at the top, you're going to enter a room containing the burner phone. Now, before dropping down, throw another smoke bomb in the room to create a distraction. And as soon as the smoke deploys, quickly drop down, run in, and grab the burner phone before any of the enemies can react. Once you've collected the phone, the silent line challenge will unlock. For the Pacifist challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies. This is actually a global challenge, which means you don't need to complete a specific objective during a particular chapter. Instead, this challenge unlocks automatically after completing the following three challenges: Sightseeing, Easy Does It, and Silent Line. So once all these three challenges have been completed, the Pacifist challenge will unlock automatically. For the laser show challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to reveal the lasers on 009's boat in every possible way. This takes place during chapter 7 and it can be completed in just a couple of minutes once you reach the correct area. Start by making your way through the boat while carefully avoiding the bomb traps along the route. Continue forward until you reach the stairs and head upstairs. Once you're in the laser security section, you're going to need to reveal the lasers using all three available methods. For the first laser, use your dark gadget to shoot down the hanging plant. This will expose the first set of lasers and count as one of the required methods. Next, throw a smoke bomb into the area, and the smoke will reveal another laser, which gives you the second method needed for the challenge. Finally, use the nearby water source to reveal the third set of lasers. This completes the final method required. As soon as you reveal the lasers using the three methods, the laser show challenge will unlock. For the Silence is Violence challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to perform 10 silent takedowns during the mission. Fortunately, this is one of the easier combat challenges, and you will probably complete it naturally while just doing the story. Now, the best place to do this is during chapter 3, of course, and start by following the objective to eavesdrop on the Scorpius hideout. This area contains several isolated enemies that can easily be taken down from behind without alerting anyone nearby. As you move through the hideout, look for opportunities to approach guards from behind and perform silent takedowns. Stay out of sight, be patient, and avoid engaging enemies in open combat. After completing that section, continue on to the objective involving the crypto wallet. This area also provides plenty of enemies that can be taken down silently, which makes it an excellent place to build your takedown count. Between the Scorpius hideout and the crypto wallet sections, you will have more than enough opportunities to reach the required 10 silent takedowns in a single run. Once you perform your 10th silent takedown, the Silence is Violence challenge will unlock. For the Big Bang Challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to eliminate three enemies with a single explosion. The easiest place to do this is at checkpoint 12. As soon as the checkpoint begins, make your way towards the pipe on the back, climb up, and before doing anything else, quietly take down the sniper so he doesn't interfere with the setup. Once the sniper is out of the way, look for the explosive barrels below. Your goal is to lure multiple enemies close enough to a barrel so that one explosion can kill them all at once. So throw a smoke bomb near the barrels to attract the attention of the nearby enemies. Wait until three guards have gathered close together, and then when all three enemies are within the blast radius, shoot the explosive barrels and detonate them. If you time it correctly, the explosion will eliminate all three enemies simultaneously and immediately complete the challenge. For the Fall Guy challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to defeat Omar by throwing him over the railing. This challenge takes place during Chapter 3 and can be completed during the Underground Fight Club sequence. At the start of the chapter, head straight through the container and enter the fighting pit area. Once you arrive, eavesdrop on the nearby conversation. After the conversation ends, speak to the man involved and he will tell you that you need to talk to the boss. Next, make your way over to the bar area and speak with the boss. After the conversation, you'll be entered into a fight against Omar. During the fight, your goal is not just to beat him, but it's to throw him over the railing surrounding the arena. To do this, grab Omar by holding R2, and once you're close to the edge of the arena, position yourself so that Omar is thrown toward the railing and over the side. As soon as Omar goes over the railing, the fight will end and the Fall Guy challenge will unlock. For the Bottle the challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to hit every enemy with a throwable object inside the fighting pit sequence. This is done during checkpoint 3. And basically, to reach the fighting pit, you need to start by eavesdropping on the man near the arena. After the conversation ends, speak with him and follow the objective that leads you to the boss in the nearby bar area. Talk to the boss, and you'll be given the opportunity to fight Omar. Defeat Omar to gain access to the fighting pit. Once the pit fighting begins, you're going to notice several bottles that are scattered around the arena. Your goal is to make sure that every enemy who enters the fight is hit by at least one thrown object. As each opponent appears, pick up a bottle and throw it at them before defeating them. It doesn't matter how much damage the bottle does, the important thing is that every enemy is successfully struck by a throwable object at least once. Keep track of the fighters as they enter the arena and make sure you don't accidentally defeat anyone before landing a bottle on their face. After you've hit every enemy with a throwable object, the Bottle the challenge will unlock. For the Make It Count challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to eliminate six enemies with a single pistol magazine during the Last Stand sequence. This takes place during Chapter 13 and is one of the more accuracy focused challenges in the mission. Once you gain control of Bond during the Last Stand and get the pistol from Greenway, you're going to need to kill six enemies before reloading. The easiest way to do this is by going for headshots. The pistol magazine contains 8 rounds, which means you can afford to miss only 2 shots and still complete the challenge. Take advantage of Bond's slow motion aiming ability whenever it's available, because this gives you extra time to line up your shots and significantly increases your chances of landing clean headshots. Don't rush. The key here is accuracy rather than speed. So take your time, carefully aim at each enemy's head, and conserve every bullet. If you're struggling with the challenge, I highly recommend lowering the difficulty to novice, because enemies are less aggressive, which gives you more time to aim and makes the challenge much easier to complete. Once you've eliminated 6 enemies using a single pistol magazine, the Make Them Count challenge will unlock. For the Assault challenge in the Mission The Past Never Dies, this challenge does not require you to complete a separate objective. All you need to do is complete the last 3 challenges, which are Fall Guy, Bottled It, and Make Them Count. Once all these 3 challenges have been completed, the Assault challenge will unlock automatically. For the Hammer Time challenge in the Mission The Past Never Dies, you need to defeat the hammer in the fighting pit. This challenge takes place during Chapter 3 and is completed as part of the Underground Fight Club sequence. To access the fighting pit, start by eavesdropping on the man near the arena entrance. Once the conversation is finished, speak with him and follow the objective that leads you to the boss in the nearby bar area. After speaking with the boss, you'll be required to fight Omar. Defeat Omar to prove yourself and gain entry into the Fighting Pit tournament. Once inside the pit, you're going to face a series of opponents, one after another. You just need to continue defeating each fighter as they enter the arena until you reach the final opponent, the Hammer. The hammer is tougher than the previous fighters and can deal heavy damage if you're careless, so focus on dodging his attacks, countering when opportunities appear, and using combinations to wear down his health. Once you have defeated the Hammer Time challenge will unlock. For the Soldier Boy challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to use a disguise inside the Scorpius hideout. This takes place during Chapter 3 and can be completed very early in the infiltration. Start by heading to the Scorpius hideout entrance and eavesdrop on the 2 guards stationed nearby. Once the conversation is finished, use a dart gadget on one of the guards to create an opening. Go through the door and deal with the second guard. After that, climb up the structure on the left hand side and make your way toward the ledge overlooking the area below. Once you're in position, jump down on top of the guard beneath you and take him out. And once the area is clear, look for the disguise that is located on the nearby table. Interact with the hat and put it on. And as soon as Bond changes into the outfit, the Soldier Boy challenge will unlock. For the Art Lover Challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to complete the Scorpius deal. This takes place during Chapter 3 and requires you to follow the Scorpius hideout objective all the way through its conclusion. So, start by eavesdropping on the Scorpius guards near the hideout entrance, and once the conversation is over, use a dart gadget on one of the guards and head through the door. Take down the second guard inside, then move to the left and climb up the container. From here, eliminate the 2 guards that are below and collect the disguise nearby. With the disguise equipped, head up the stairs and jump across to the next section. You can use the rafters to reach the room above and continue around the building. You'll eventually come across a guard that's standing next to a ladder. Take him down and climb up. The phone you're looking for is located in the room below, so collect it before continuing. Once you have the phone, leave the hideout area and make your way across the market. When you reach the entrance to the next objective area, use a dart gadget on the guard outside and proceed through. Continue until you reach the container. At this point, a short firefight will begin. fight through the encounter, and complete the objective. After the firefight ends and the transaction is finalized, the Scorpius deal will be completed, which unlocks the Art Lover Challenge. For the Secure Transaction Challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to hack the crypto hardware wallet. This takes place during Chapter 3 and follows the crypto wallet investigation path. To begin, head to the back of the market and eavesdrop on the target. Once the conversation is finished, follow him through the area and hack his phone when the opportunity is available. After successfully hacking the phone, return to the location where you originally eavesdropped. You should now find a woman standing in the area. Create a distraction to move her attention elsewhere, then pickpocket her wallet. With the wallet acquired, make your way up the tower and continue through the objective area. Work your way through the building and proceed toward the upper levels. As you progress, you'll eventually encounter a brute enemy, defeat him, and continue onward through the next section. After the fight, you'll enter a short platforming sequence, follow the path, and make the required jumps, and continue climbing until you reach the antenna. Once you arrive at the antenna, interact with the objective and hack the crypto hardware wallet. As soon as the hack is completed, the secure transaction challenge will unlock. For the shoot 'em up challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to take on the shooting range challenge. This takes place during checkpoint 3 and is one of the simplest challenges in the entire mission. To begin, head to the back of the market area and look for the shooting range activity. Once you find it, speak to the man running the attraction, and once the activity begins, you have completed the challenge. Simply participating in the shooting range is enough. Once the activity is finished, the shoot 'em up challenge will unlock. For the Gunslinger challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to hit every target in the shooting range challenge. This takes place during checkpoint 3. Head to the back of the market and speak to the man running the shooting range to start the activity. Once the challenge begins, your objective is simple: hit every target that appears before the timer runs out. Missing even a single target will prevent the challenge from unlocking, so accuracy is more important than speed. If you're having trouble keeping up with the targets, make sure to use Bond's focus ability to slow down time. This gives you more time to line up your shots and makes it much easier to hit the smaller or faster moving targets. Take your time, stay accurate, and make sure every target is destroyed before the challenge ends. Once you've successfully hit all the targets, the Gunslinger challenge will unlock. For the Cup challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to play the Cup game in the market. This takes place during Chapter 3 and is one of the quickest challenges in the mission. Head over to the market area near the Scorpius hideout and look for the man running the cup game. Speak with him to start the activity. Once the game begins, you'll be asked to keep track of the correct cup as they're shuffled around. Rather than trying to follow the cup normally, use Bond's Q lens to cheat. The Q lens allows you to easily identify the correct cup, making the game impossible to lose. After selecting the correct cup and winning the game, the cup challenge will unlock. For the tech support challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to help the DJ, Rogue, decode and fix his setup. This takes place during Chapter 3 after you've earned the required $100,000 and after you've paid the fee to enter the auction. Once you have paid the entrance fee, head upstairs towards the auction area. Before entering the auction itself, look for the DJ booth and speak to Rogue. He'll explain that his sound system isn't working properly and ask for your help. After speaking with him, head over to the nearby speaker and inspect it, which will reveal that the problem is related to a faulty fuse. Look around the area near the speaker and locate the replacement fuse, pick it up, and return it to the speaker. Interact with the speaker again and replace the damaged fuse. And once that's done, you'll need to make one final adjustment. Head over to a nearby generator and interact with it to restore power to the system. As soon as the sound system comes back online, a party starts and the tech support challenge will unlock. For the Show Me the Money challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to collect a total of $140,000 in the market during Chapter 3. There are several ways to earn money in the market, but the route I'm going to show you is the fastest and most consistent method that I have personally found. The first source of income is the Scorpius objective. To start this, head to the Scorpius hideout and eavesdrop on the guards near the entrance. Make your way through the hideout, acquire the disguise, retrieve the burner phone, and complete the Scorpius deal. Finishing this entire objective chain rewards you with approximately 52,000, giving you a really big head start towards the challenge. Next, you can earn some easy money through pickpocketing because while exploring the market, you're going to see a bunch of guards carrying wallets. Use a distraction such as a dart gadget or the laser strap and then sneak up and steal their wallet. A single successful pickpocket can earn you about $3,500. After that, head over to the cup game located near the Scorpius hideout. Speak to the vendor to start the activity. Normally, you'd need to follow the correct cup, but you can just use Bond's Q lens to easily identify where the item is hidden. Winning the game rewards you with approximately 30,000. Now, the final and the most lucrative activity is the fighting ring. To gain entry, eavesdrop on the man near the arena and then speak with him. He'll direct you to the boss in the nearby bar area. After talking to the boss, you'll fight Omar. Once Omar is defeated, you'll be allowed into the fighting pit where you will defeat all the fighters. That includes the hammer. After you defeat all the fighters, you're going to receive 60,000 in rewards. When you combine the money from the Scorpius objective, the pickpocketed wallet, the cup game, and the fighting ring, you're going to earn well over the $140,000 that are required for the challenge. As soon as your total reaches the target amount, the Show Me the Money challenge will unlock. For the No Trouble at All challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to avoid triggering any confrontations throughout the mission. This means that you cannot start any unnecessary combat encounters during the sections where the game allows you to choose your approach. The good news is that this challenge is much easier than it sounds if you follow some specific steps. The first thing you'll need to do is you need to earn the 100,000 required to enter the auction. Fortunately, you can do this without triggering any confrontations at all. Start by heading to the fighting pit. To gain access, eavesdrop on the man near the arena and then speak with him. He'll direct you to the boss in the nearby bar area. Talk to the boss, defeat Omar, and then complete the fighting pit tournament. This activity rewards you with $60,000 and contributes significantly toward the 100,000 requirement. Next, head over to the cup game near the Scorpius hideout. Speak to the vendor to begin the activity. Use Bond's Q lens to identify the correct cup and easily win the game, earning another $30,000. After that, make your way to the shooting range located at the back of the market. Speak to the operator and then start the challenge and complete it. This provides you with the final amount of money that you'll need it. Now, By completing the fighting pit, cup game, and shooting range, you will have earned more than enough money to pay the auction entrance without needing to take any of the more dangerous side objectives. Once you've paid the fee and progress through the mission, you'll eventually reach the objective that requires you to get to the crane. For this section, you will want to use the exact same route I used in the Easy Does It challenge. Sneak past every enemy without engaging them. Use smoke bombs, dart distractions, radius, and environmental traversal to bypass guards rather than fighting them. If you need a detailed walkthrough of that route, be sure to check out the Easy Does It challenge guide. After reaching the crane, the mission transitions into a series of scripted combat sequences and other encounters, which are mandatory story sequences and do not count against the challenge. So simply continue playing through the mission normally from this point onward. As long as you've avoided triggering optional confrontations during the earlier sections and you have successfully reached the crane without causing trouble, the No Trouble at All challenge will unlock. For the Wheels Up challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, you need to get the Land Rover to lift its wheels off the ground. This takes place during Chapter 9 and is one of the easiest challenges in the entire mission. Chapter 9 is basically a long driving section where Bond and Greenway travel through the area while important story dialogue plays out. Simply continue following the road and progressing through the chapter as normal. Eventually, you're going to reach a section where you need to drive onto a boat using a large ramp. When you approach the ramp, make sure you're lined up properly and driving in a straight line. As you get close, accelerate to full speed and hit the ramp cleanly. The Land Rover will launch into the air, lifting all of its wheels off the ground. As soon as this happens, the Wheels Up challenge will unlock. Lastly, for the completionist challenge in the mission The Past Never Dies, this is the final challenge. And fortunately, there's no additional objective. This will automatically unlock once you've completed all of the other challenges. This means that you'll need to finish every stealth challenge, combat challenge, exploration, activity, etc. So if you've been following this video, you should already have completed every other challenge. Since you have completed every challenge in The Past Never Dies, you will be rewarded with the Mauritania Outfit, and you will be one step closer to 100% completion of the game. Now, thank you so much for following this video. If this guide has helped you complete all the challenges, please be sure to leave a like. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any other content. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you on the next video.